So hello, and today I decided to do something a little bit different from the regular creature top 10 that we've got on the channel here, on the Frappajax channel of course, and I wanted to give you 10 things that I really want to see in Ark Survival Evolved. This does apply to Ascended as well, but this is more a Survival Evolved list. If you want an Ascended list, if this video gets enough likes, let's say 50 or so, then I'll do a video on the top 10 things I want to see in Ark Survival Ascended. So let's just get straight into it. Right, in at number 10, we have got Ark Additions. If you do not know this mod, it has got some great creatures in it, and although one of them has been added to ASA, there's a Factinus, of course, we still haven't seen creatures like the Acro and the Anomalocaris actually come into Ark Survival Evolved Vanilla, and I really like this mod. These creatures fit in so perfectly to the game's environment that you really should have a mod like this in Vanilla Ark, in my opinion. I just think it is really needed, and Ark does have a lot of dinos already, but why not chuck in some more, and especially ones that actually did exist in the real world as well. As this is coming from me, but I think this does apply to a lot of other people as well. In Ark Survival Evolved, we want to see creatures that actually existed in the world rather than just fantasy ones coming in. Although there are some good ones like the Rock Drake and the Griffin, they've been great for Ark, same as the Reaper. They didn't actually exist in real life, and I think we do like a little bit of dino trivia with our dino game. Now, we've got size differences, and I think they hinted this for Ark 2 or maybe ASA at some point, but this is more than just a baby, juvenile, adult. And although yes, you barely find babies and juveniles apart from things like penguins in the general game of Survival Evolved, I wish there were some more size differences, and I knew this could maybe play with the gameplay a little bit, as especially for PvP, a really small Rex might be very effective, or a small UT, or a bigger dino for some reason. Either way, maybe it's a little bit game breaking, but if you had some size variation, that would be really nice, because we've got color variation. Why not some size variation too? I would really like to see that in the game. I think it can make quite a nice addition. Now we've got more metals. A game like Minecraft has tons of metals, and although in Ark, you know, we've got general metal, I'm sort of counting obsidian and crystal under the same thing. I know they are not metals, just don't get me wrong here, but they do come under the same bracket. If we had more resources like that, that would be great. But things like iron, copper, tin, whatever, or just metals that they've made up for the game, that would be great to see, as maybe you could craft some different tools with them. The tools would look different, the tools would be better at different things, and I think it would add a little bit of variation, and I feel like that could be quite nice in a game like Ark Survival Evolved, where we're just used to the stone tools and metal tools, and that's pretty much it. Now, if you've never heard of the mod Soul Traps, you are in for a treat with this one if you've never used it. It is personally a mod that I just can't live without. While cryopods are far better than what was originally there, which was nothing at all, Soul Traps take that to the next level. Yes, there is no cryo sickness, which is an absolute godsend. I get why cryo sickness exists, but personally it is a feature which I really do not like to live with. And on top of that as well, they are near instant in capturing creatures. You don't have to wait there. They are great. Honestly, if you've never installed the Soul Traps mod before, it's available on ASA and ASE, so if you have access to mods on ASE, then you should really give it a go, as it is totally worth it. It is one of my favorite mods out there, and you know, if it was in Vanilla Ark, that would be insane. Now, this one's a little bit nitpicky in at number 6, but I want better blood effects. Now, I feel like Ark is deliberately cartoony in a way on how the blood looks in Survival Evolved, and although maybe slightly improved in Survival Ascended, depends what your preferences are, I really think they could take this a bit further. And although yes, I don't want Doom levels of gore, I might want something that's a little bit more realistic in the grand scheme of things. The cartoonish sort of plasticky, tomato ketchup-y blood looking thing maybe is not what we want to see in our dinosaur game, but hey, you know, it might be worth something of comedic value.
Warning: this video contains dinosaur blood that looks like tomato ketchup. If you or anyone else watching this video is offended by tomato ketchup or tomatoes in general, please click off now.
Now, I've touched up on the Ark additions in number 10, but in number 5, I just want more dinos in Ark. And I know we're getting more dinos, and this one is definitely being fulfilled as time goes on. But you know, this dinosaur game could do with some more dinosaurs. There's already a healthy amount, but the game could be improved with some more dinosaurs and some more options, and especially the TLC of all the dinos, as well as pretty much all those tames from 2015 and all of that, like the originals, are not in a great state at the moment, apart from a select few which were more popular. A lot of the less popular ones nowadays have really just not got the love and care they need, and it's been a while since we've had an Ark TLC, so I really do think they should focus on that as well as bringing in new creatures. I just wanted to tag 2 in together because as much as I want new creatures as well, and I really can't wait for more creatures to be added to Survival Ascended. I know not many are being added to Survival Evolved, if any, now, because they're not really updating the game, which does make sense, but still, I would like to see some more dinos, and maybe new dinos in ASE. I know maybe that's not what the podcast is going to give, and that's the incentive to get ASA. Still like to see those, and definitely some TLC for the creatures. I really do need that. Now, in Survival Ascended, the building has been vastly improved from Survival Evolved, and I think they need to improve this in Survival Evolved now. Again, it is another incentive to switch over, but I do want to see this in Survival Evolved Vanilla. Obviously, you can just do it through mods, but not everyone playing Survival Evolved is a PC player, and that's where I really think the audience is very split on Survival Evolved, as PC players have all these mods to enjoy, whereas console players on Survival Evolved have sort of been left in the dust, and this isn't great in my opinion, and I really wish that more things could happen to Survival Evolved to allow everyone to enjoy the game as much as they should be. And this does tie in to another point. Again, I'm doing a lot of nestling on this list, but in at number 4 as well, I want to put the fact that consoles should be allowed mods in Survival Evolved 2. A mod section should be added like it is in ASA, and all of the Steam Workshop mods should be there, because it gives all those other console players on Survival Evolved a lot more access to loads of things that they will love, and I think they're really missing out. And it's all just because of, you know, game companies, game development and whatnot. And yes, maybe Survival Evolved doesn't run the best on the consoles, and it maybe wouldn't be the widest decision to add mods. You can at least give players the option. In number 3, I swear it's just by itself, it is Dino Healing Potions. I really do like Dino Healers or something like that. I'll put something up on the screen for what it is. I love that mod to death. It is great for healing up my dinosaurs, and I can't get enough of it, to be honest. And I wish there was something like that in the middle of the game. Maybe not quite as OP as the Dino Healers, because they do heal quite a lot of health, but they are reasonably expensive, so it does balance out. I think this could really be something useful. While Daedons and Snow Owls can be used to more quickly heal up dinosaurs, I think another step could be taken here, and maybe even some Dino XP potions as well. Although I can see the enjoyment in leveling up creatures, in just going around, just harvesting, exploring notes on your creature, and also just tearing dinos to shreds. I love that part, and that's why I didn't put XP or Dino XP potions on this list, as I don't really think they're needed compared to Dino Healers. In at number 2, pretty self-explanatory, but general optimization and bug fixes, especially for ASA. I know this is mainly an ASE list, but this does go for ASA as well. There are so many bugs that have been reintroduced in that game, and still ASE is not a perfect game as well, with bugs all over the place. Some of them can stay, like the Dino Ragdolls and things like that, but all the things of dinos falling through the floor and, you know, rocks just bugging all over the place, and shadow flickering, and bushes just floating in the air, and invisible walls and things like that should still not be in the game. They should not be there by any sense, and I really think Wildcard should have taken a bit more in terms of the optimization of the game, especially ASA. It is extremely rushed, and you can tell, even with all the new maps coming out as well, they're delayed and they still come out in maybe not the best state out there. And although in a lot of ways they look fantastic, a lot of details, good details from the original maps, have been cut. And in number 1 is the upgrade station. For me, nothing can beat this mod in things that I want in Ark Survival Evolved. Essentially, it is a way to upgrade your tools and saddles and, general things like that have the tiering system of Ark, primitive, ramshackle, keep going up until you get to Ascendant. And you can level it through all of these stages for quite a lot of resources, which I think is fair and makes sense. And it saves all the drop hunting. But you can still do all the drop hunting if you want. Or you can do this other way where you just collect a hell of a lot of resources and upgrade your weapons that way. I think this works really effectively. It's great for preparing saddles for boss fights as well, as you don't have to go for absolutely ages finding really difficult to find saddle blueprints. It saves a lot of headache in my opinion, and it is truly something great that I think has to be in the game in terms of vanilla Ark, and I really just can't play it without the upgrade station being there. Now, we've got a quick honorable mention just before I end the video, and I know this one can be a little bit controversial, so that's why I put it as an honorable mention. Personally, I don't think it needs to be on the list, but it is the Dino Overhaul X mod. I can't remember what it's called on ASA, but it does have a name that is different to Dino Overhaul X, of course, but I have got it installed on ASA whenever I decide to hop on. So it is available on both versions of the game, of course, only to PC players on ASE, because console players, like I've said before, do not have access to mods. Besides that, it basically allows you to find dinosaurs on the map, so you don't have to spend ages looking around finding for one, and it will tell you the highest levels ones as well, so you don't have to go around looking for higher levels. And, it does add quite a lot to the ease of playing the game, but I think a lot is missed there with the search for high levels. And although I've used it quite a reasonable amount for my general casual playing, I don't think it is necessary, and I don't really use it because I don't feel as if I want to use it, because I want a bit more of the experience of finding those dinosaurs. Same with the awesome Spyglass mod, because it is quite the easy way to look through levels. But I do tend to use that mod a lot more, as it is far more effective for me, especially if I'm doing modded playthroughs or just doing modded Ark stuff. I will definitely be using the awesome Spyglass, and I mean more extremely modded stuff, because I always do have mods on. I'm never playing the base game. But anyway, that is all that I have for today. I hope that you enjoyed my list, and if you do not agree with me, then comment your thoughts down below, as I want to know you guys what your thoughts are on my list and what your list would be as well. Again, if this video gets enough likes, there will be an ASA version, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.